You know the feeling. The alarm goes off, your eyes open, but your body refuses to cooperate. Your knees are locked, your back feels like concrete, and those first few steps of the day are a test of sheer willpower. We call this morning stiffness, but for many of you, it's just called life. But what if I told you that the battle against morning pain isn't won at 7 a.m., it's won the night before, specifically at 10 p.m.? Today, we are unlocking a forgotten leverage point in your biology. We aren't talking about more pills or strenuous morning stretches. We're talking about a specific science-backed protocol using a simple golden oil that works while you sleep. Welcome back. If you're new here, I take a science detective approach to health. My job is to dig through the research to find what actually works, so you don't have to guess. Now, usually, when we try to fix joint pain, we use what I call the labor system. We labor over exercises, we labor over swallowing handfuls of supplements, and we labor through the pain. But today, we are switching to the leverage system. Leverage is about doing the smallest action that produces the biggest result. The leverage point we are discussing today is castor oil, but not in the way your grandmother used it as a harsh laxative. We're looking at a topical, nightly protocol designed to penetrate deep into the tissues to shut down inflammation at the source. By the end of this video, you will have the exact 10 p.m. protocol to turn your sleep time into healing time.
Section 1. The molecule of relief. Why it works.
Let's dive into the evidence. To understand why this works, we have to look at the chemistry. Castor oil is unique in the plant kingdom. It is composed of approximately 90% ricinoleic acid. This is a rare fatty acid that you don't find in olive oil, coconut oil, or butter. Why does ricinoleic acid matter for your knees and lower back? Because of its unique molecular weight. It has the ability to pass through the stratum corneum, the outer layer of your skin, and penetrate into the deeper tissues. Once it gets down there, it acts like a biological dimmer switch. Research tells us that ricinoleic acid targets a neurotransmitter called substance P. Think of substance P as the messenger that runs up to your brain and screams, "We are in pain down here." When you have chronic inflammation or arthritis, your body has too much substance P floating around. Castor oil helps deplete this substance. It functions similarly to capsaicin, the heat compound found in chili peppers, often used in pain creams, but with a massive difference. Capsaicin burns. It irritates the skin to distract the nerves. Castor oil, however, provides that same anti-inflammatory leverage without the burn. It creates a neurogenic anti-inflammatory effect, calming the nerves rather than exciting them. So, when you apply this at night, you aren't just moisturizing your skin, you are delivering a bioactive compound directly to the nerves that are keeping you stiff.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this just snake oil? As a science detective, I look for data. While we need more large-scale human trials, the existing research is fascinating. One notable study focused specifically on knee osteoarthritis, the wear and tear arthritis that plagues so many of us over 60. In this study, participants applied castor oil topically. They didn't just rub it on, they used it consistently. The results showed that after just 8 days of repeated daily application, there was a significant reduction in pain severity. In fact, many participants shifted from severe pain classifications down to mild. None of the participants remained in the severe category after that 8-day mark. This aligns with animal models where ricinoleic acid reduced edema, swelling, and inflammation comparable to standard pharmaceutical interventions, but without the side effects on the stomach that you get from taking pills like ibuprofen or diclofenac. The key takeaway here is consistency. It's not a magic eraser that works in 10 seconds, it's a cumulative effect. That is why we call it a protocol, not a quick fix. Section 3. The 10 p.m. protocol, step by step. So how do you actually do this? We're going to use the leverage of occlusion and heat to drive that oil deep into the joint while you sleep. Here is the exact 10 p.m. protocol. Step 1. The source. You need high-quality oil. Look for cold-pressed, hexane-free organic castor oil. It should come in a glass bottle because castor oil is a powerful solvent and can absorb plastics. Step 2. The application. At 10 p.m., or roughly 30 minutes before bed, take a small amount of oil, about the size of a quarter, and massage it directly into the target joint. Let's say it's your right knee or your lower back. Rub it in for about 2 minutes. The friction creates a little heat which starts the absorption. Step 3. The pack effect. This is the secret sauce. To get the leverage effect, we need to create a pack. Take a piece of wool flannel or organic cotton. Soak it lightly in the oil. You want it damp, not dripping. Place that cloth over the joint. Now, cover that cloth with something to keep it in place and keep your sheets clean. You can use plastic wrap, loose, do not cut off circulation, or an old towel pinned in place. Step 4. The heat driver. For the first 15 to 20 minutes while you're winding down, reading or watching TV, place a hot water bottle or a heating pad over the pack. Heat dilates the pores and increases blood flow, driving that ricinoleic acid deeper than it could go on its own. Alternative, the navel method. If you have general stiffness all over, many practitioners suggest applying the oil directly into and around the belly button, the navel. The navel is a remnant of your umbilical cord and is incredibly vascular. While the science on this specific mechanism is thinner, anecdotal reports from the holistic community suggest it aids in systemic absorption and lymphatic flow. It's an easy addition to the protocol. Remove the heat before you fall asleep, but you can leave the pack on overnight if it's comfortable. If not, just doing the 20-minute heat soak is often enough to see results over time.
Section 4. Safety and realistic expectations. A quick word on safety. Castor oil is generally very safe for topical use, known as GRAS, generally recognized as safe by the FDA. However, it is sticky and it can stain. Wear old pajamas. Also, do a patch test first. Put a tiny drop on your inner arm and wait 24 hours to make sure you don't have an allergy. And remember the timeline. The study I mentioned saw results at the 8-day mark. Do not try this for one night, wake up stiff, and say it failed. Give the protocol at least 2 weeks of consistent nightly application to judge the results. Imagine waking up 2 weeks from now. The alarm goes off, you slide your legs out of bed, and instead of that familiar grinding halt, you feel movement. You feel lubrication. That is the power of the leverage system. You used the 8 hours you were sleeping to heal, rather than just waiting for the morning struggle. If you are ready to become your own science detective and take control of your health, I want you to try this protocol. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. It helps us get this information to other seniors who are struggling with pain. And let me know in the comments, have you ever used castor oil for anything other than a laxative? I want to hear your stories. Subscribe for more science-backed health protocols, and I'll see you in the next video.